hey, we're celebrating our new channels and maybe you want to get to know us. Here we are. We're on display. We're here to answer some icebreaker questions. Miguel's in the studio with me, of course. There he is. We're drinking Lagunitas IPAs, which are still cold. This is great.
It's not bad, dude.
But here we are. We're just having fun. So we got this game, Let's Get Deep, Friends Edition, and it has a lot of cards for icebreaker, deep, and deeper. And we're just gonna do the icebreaker ones. We don't have to get too deep. If you feel like later on, maybe we should swap for a deeper card, we can, but we'll leave that up to everyone. So we're gonna start with me to answer. Miguel's drawn a card. What do you got?
All right. So, first icebreaker question is, what posters did you have in your room growing up?
Ooh, I'm not sure I had a lot of posters, honestly.
I mean,
maybe a Star Wars one?
I was going to say, before you answer, what age are we talking?
Well, it says growing up.
Growing up,
so...
does that mean like you have to be like, but I mean, when does a kid start having posters?
Yeah, I know, right?
Teenager?
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, or like 10, 12, something like that. I don't know if I had anything on my walls, really. I can't remember.
Really?
I really can't remember there being anything on my walls.
Okay.
So that's sort of my answer. Not saying that like I didn't like things on my walls, you know what I mean? But like I feel like a lot of kids may have had like a band.
So no Backstreet Boys,
poster.
no NSYNC posters.
Yeah, no like Christina Aguilera
no Jonathan
with like
Taylor
half
Thomas
naked
posters in your
women. No video game stuff either, I don't think. I'd have to. My answer is I don't think I had anything on the walls.
Really?
Really?
Were you allowed to have anything on the
No,
wall?
I think I probably could.
Oh, okay.
I just don't really remember that being anything.
Okay. Steven?
I didn't hear the question, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
I heard like half of it.
It says, what posters did you have in your room growing up?
Growing up. I feel like it changed. Like, just posters? Is that?
It says posters, but we could just say, what did you have on your walls growing up?
Yeah.
In your room?
Usually like gaming posters.
Okay.
A lot of them came in like, or the manuals for things, right? Or like, sometimes I would take old computer discs and then do that like motif of the things. So.
Okay. That's very creative of you. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Like, I feel like you were doing stuff that, like me, I had posters, but, Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jaleel White. And, but for you to just kind of put stuff up on the wall, it's pretty cool, dude.
You were a Lance guy?
No, I wasn't. No, on my walls, when I started actually putting stuff on my walls, it was just a bunch of random crap. I had some Star Wars posters. I had some anime wall scrolls, which I can't find anymore, and I'm really sad. I think my mom got rid of them. I'm fucking pissed.
Probably.
Anyway,
she's like, get this shit out of here. It's
I had
the
a lot
devil.
of I had a lot of flyers because I was into punk rock at the time, and I still am. So, but I would collect flyers when I'd go to the record stores and stuff, and I'd take those home, and I was actually stapling those on my walls, and then my wall was covered in flyers. But
that's cool.
That was my room.
Nice. How about you, Steven?
You
said gaming posters.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I would do that, and I had a few like I had a lot of music stuff too, right? Like you put up a guitar if you have the wall mount for it too. So
definitely.
Right on. Cool.
All right,
What's
are we
the next
ready
one?
for the next one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. If you could have any exotic animal as a pet, which one would you want?
A fox, because I think they're cute.
You'd want a fox.
Yeah.
Is a fox exotic?
It's pretty exotic.
Yeah, I guess the question is, so could we say any pet that's not a normal pet that you can normally have?
Yeah.
Right? So like, do people have foxes as pets normally? Not really. I'm sure there might be someone out there with a pet fox.
Yeah.
In like Russia or something.
Right.
Johnny, come over here.
Exactly. So you say a fox. Okay. Steven?
Yeah, fox would be mine because I just think they're cute. Even though they make like nightmare sounds at night, where they're like they make weird fucked up sounds like that at night.
Dude, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
A fucking tortoise, all right.
Okay.
Oh,
we
okay.
got those
Giant
here.
ones, right?
We got those here.
Yeah, like, you should move here. It's
That's
it's
my mom.
100% legal to have them in your backyard as long as you have the habitat for them.
Yeah, my mom actually
that-
has like 4 in her yard, and she's been building a massive habitat.
Yeah.
They had like a lawn, and they let it die so they could like, because you shouldn't have a bunch of grass nowadays because of the watering laws and stuff. And so they've expanded the habitat to be multi-tiered now. And
okay.
just the other day, my mom was like, "Oh, Psycho's out," and that's one of the names of the turtles is Psycho.
Oh, that's effing hilarious.
Yeah, so cool. Cool.
That is definitely doable. A fox doesn't seem very doable to me, but a tortoise,
Maybe not.
that is a dream that you can fulfill.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
good.
could have a tortoise.
True.
I would want a raccoon because who doesn't want a little thief
Okay.
in your house all
Okay.
the time?
I like that little guy. He'd be like,
Trash pandas are amazing. I think they're the greatest things.
is he
ever.
grabbing on you?
Well, speaking about a trash panda,
Love me some
I think I know
trash.
something about
Little
trash panda.
panda. Little pan.
But yes, a trash panda would be glorious. Okay.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Okay. If you were playing a trivia game, who would you want as your partner? I guess the question is, should we change the question or should it just be anybody? It could be a celebrity. It could be someone who's dead. Or should it be someone that we know?
I guess you should say what is a limitation to the question.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
I would say no limitation. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Imaginary. Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone you can think of.
Okay. Let's go with Steven first.
Yeah, let's start with Steven. Because
What
he's
was the
making
question
a
one more time?
really
If
interesting
you were
face.
playing a trivia game, who would you want
Mhm.
as your partner?
It's a good question.
It is a pretty good question.
I mean, I don't think it's either of you guys. No offense.
No, that's totally
That's fine,
dude.
man. I mean, there's much smarter people.
I don't know if I'd want myself as a trivia partner.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone dead or alive, they don't even have to be real. It could be
I was gonna say,
crazy.
it can be they'd be mythological.
Yeah, in theory,
Yeah,
yes.
It
yeah.
could.
All right. So, like, I guess, right? The idea of the Christian God, right? Because they just know
Okay.
everything. They know
No.
everything.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I got an answer like that.
All right, go ahead.
Mhm.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus?
Because he knows
does
he
know.
knows
He
everything.
does know.
Every rendition of him is he's like, "Hey, Steven, I know you. Your mom
Is he
worked
God?
down at the factory, and you remember
Is
when
he
you
just
were
God with, like, a
12?
little fucking hat on.
You remember when you were 12? You asked for a pet rock. Remember
I
that?
can make that happen too. MPD pet rocks. Those are
Pet rock? Yeah.
Oh my god,
Perfect.
it's incredible. That would be. It would. The shipping price might increase. Because of
I
the
would
weight.
I would want a smart elephant. And what I mean by smart elephant, an elephant that knows a lot of trivia and stuff in general. Because generally they don't forget. But you could get a dumb elephant who doesn't know anything, and I mean he doesn't forget either, but he doesn't know anything.
You think he's
elephant?
cute, though? You get points for them being cute.
I mean,
Always.
it depends on the
Always.
trivia game you're playing, I guess.
Always. Yeah.
Like, and 1,000 bonus points to fucking
Jesus,
Gryffindor for the elephant.
Okay, I got rid of one because we kind of
Yeah. You know.
So, who is your favorite comedian?
Ooh. Damn, that's a good question.
That is hard.
That's a hard one for
So,
me.
when we think comedian, I think that my brain immediately goes to stand up. But I don't think that's initially I don't think that should be the only criteria. Comedians
Yeah.
can also be people who I'm going to say Jim Carrey.
He did
Yeah,
stand up
man.
though, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean,
He did,
maybe he
yeah,
did.
he
Yeah,
did.
maybe he
Yeah,
did.
I thought he did.
And I feel like most comedians
Most comedians
have a stand-up phase before they become like the, like
Oh, yeah.
even Robin Williams,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Stand-up. People don't really think of his stand-up; they think of his movies. But he was a stand-up comedian. I'll just say Jim Carrey because he really cracks me the fuck up. Some of my favorite comedy films are starring him.
Yeah.
Why
I mean,
not?
I would think the same. If that's the honestly.
Well, if
'Cause
you have to pick someone
Dude,
different,
I have to pick someone different. Okay.
well, here
Um,
I'll throw someone else at you.
Okay.
I gotta think about it though.
Because I can
first.
do one
Miguel?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me.
Jim Carrey rules.
This is kind of hard for me because I like comedy. Don't get me wrong. Like, who doesn't like to laugh, right? But
Yeah.
do I have a favorite comedian? Not necessarily. I'm gonna go with what I just thought of off the top of my head right now. I'm gonna say Matt Berry.
Oh my
Because
god!
anything Matt Berry is in
God.
as I've liked.
If Matt Berry opens his mouth, I'm like,
And I just love the way he does
Yay!
it. If you don't know who Matt Berry is,
he's the
he's
funniest motherfucker.
Laszlo
on the planet.
Cravensworth from What We Do in the Shadows, the show, the series.
Yeah,
And he was also in the IT Crowd. I don't know if
he
you
was.
guys have ever
He was
watched that.
also in
I
Darth.
love that show, man.
That
He was
show's
also
so
in
fucking
Garth
good, dude.
Marenghi's Dark Place as the Doctor.
Yeah,
He's like
so,
getting sexual.
so
and
fucking
stuff.
Matt Berry is hilarious.
My
Yeah.
name is Matt Barry.
I'm the guy who talks like this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Listen
yeah.
here, you sexy lady. You must
I
come
am a
here
dolphin.
now.
Fucking love
Yeah, he's
that.
in the SpongeBob
that's
movie.
such a-
He voices a dolphin, I think. Right?
Oh, does he really? Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
I mean, he has a massive presence in Disenchantment, which I still champion is excellent fucking show.
Oh, he does a voice in that. I didn't realize that.
He's a big character. Well, I mean, he's a recurring character throughout, like several episodes. If you look at his IMDb with that show, it's like most of them. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
he's so funny in that too.
go
He's
with Matt Berry.
Matt Berry's a really good choice. Steven, you have an alternate? I'll think of someone else
Yeah.
too.
I would say Dana Carvey.
Oh man,
okay.
that's another.
Classic.
Just
Yeah.
some hilarious stuff. So.
It's really funny. I don't know. Martin Short,
That's a good one. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
good
good.
Steve
one.
Martin,
Steve Martin.
both of them,
Martin's a
right?
good guy.
You guys seen Only Murders in the Building? That's such a good show.
No, I haven't watched that yet.
You really
heard
need
it.
to watch
With,
it.
What's her name? Babyface Selena Gomez.
Yeah. She's really good in that show too. That show's really good, but just so many good I mean, Chris Tucker.
True.
He's hilarious. Like, I mean, I could name 100 people.
I would say to go back and watch Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Oh my god, yeah.
It is
Classic.
hilarious, classic shit. If you have not
Mhm.
seen it, Eddie Murphy's Raw is very, very good. And this was like 80s Eddie's Murphy, so
Yeah.
yeah, good stuff.
You ever seen
man.
Boomerang?
No,
Same
actually,
energy.
I haven't seen Boomerang.
It's really raunchy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like the raunchiest Murphy flick you can think of.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
see, these cards are fun, right,
Yeah.
Steven?
Yeah. This is what I'll say. We played this on Odd Valley Tavern this past month.
Mhm.
And it was a good time. The deep and the deeper questions are pretty interesting because they
Yeah,
kind of
let's-
get very they can
let's-
get into the weeds.
Let's do one of each after you ask this question.
Okay.
Steven, are you down?
Yeah, I'm down.
I know you're
Let's do
getting
that.
you're getting sleepy over there.
Okay. I know he's
I'm sorry.
he's looking a little tired.
It's cool.
okay.
If just the two of us played up after this,
Yeah,
it's
it's fine
fine.
too. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. What was your favorite food growing up?
Oh shit. Ooh, good question.
That is a really good question.
It's kind of hard, right?
Growing up, my favorite.
Growing
food.
up.
You know what? It's weird, but I think ramen. I don't know why.
Like instant ramen?
Dude,
Like ramen, like not traditional, right? Just like
Like straight up. Okay.
yeah, like out of
Yeah.
the package.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah. You boil it up and then
Yeah.
you drain it and put a little bit of water on the thing and
yeah.
I don't know
Oh.
how you guys do. You leave a bunch of.
No.
Do you leave the water in with it? If you
Yeah,
make it?
man. It's a soup.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when I was a kid,
Well,
I
like-
would use as little water as I could at the end so
Yeah.
that I could get as much flavor out of it. But like
That's-
these days, I don't do that. But when I was a kid, I'd like the salt. you know.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
I'm
enough.
still gonna do that because
I mean, it's still good.
Hey
It's-
man, eat it the way you want. There's
Yeah.
no rules.
When I make it for Joy, I do yakisoba style, which is like what you're saying, Steven.
Mhm,
But I also
yeah.
kind of fry the noodle at the
Yeah.
end a little bit in the juice there. You know what I mean? So then it's all gone, but it's like all
It's
the
just
flavors
straight
fried
noodles.
right in.
See, my thing with the
Yeah.
noodles is there's never enough noodles. So like, if I was gonna eat just straight noodles, I'd need like 2 packages.
I get that.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I
done
feel
then.
like with the soup, 2 packages is good because then you have enough flavoring to soup ratio.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, and that's our pizza.
Here's the pizza.
That's pizza.
Okay, go ahead. Go get it.
My answer.
You
I'm
can
just
answer
gonna.
after you come back.
I'm just gonna quickly answer. Cereal.
We'll have to talk
Yeah.
about that when you get back.
Cereal.
Cereal. Because I mean, like, there's so many questions. What kind of cereal? What flavor? Like, but we won't get into that right now. I'm
And
actually
what did you brand name or generic?
or generic. And these are all valid questions. I don't think there's anything wrong with generic.
No,
There's
I
a
don't
good-
either. Actually,
A good store brand cereal is just as good as the name brand, especially with the way prices are nowadays. And at the end of the
You
day,
almost-
go ahead.
I said you almost gotta consider that. If
Yeah.
you're like a middle or lower middle class, you
Yeah. Oh no. Agreed. Like, well, it also depends on where you're shopping, right? Like,
that's true.
you go to your Albertsons or your Vons, especially Vons. Like, I can only imagine what the cereal prices are at Vons. I don't go to Vons. I go to Albertsons, and like I've seen like $5 for a box of, I want to say like Fruity Pebbles.
Oof.
It's like, fuck, dude. No, I can't afford that. So, like, I don't know if you have a Winco in your area. If you don't
Yeah,
have Winco, Winco is great. I love Winco. It's fucking cheap as shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's where I
Winco's
buy my
great.
cereal because it's cheap. It's like it's a really good fucking price.
I wish we had a Winco on this side of town, dude.
Yeah, and I know you guys don't have one down here. There's
It's
only
really
3 in town right
unfortunate.
now. But yeah, Winco's fucking amazing. I love it. And it's pretty cheap, and you get cereal at a reasonable price. Even Walmart's expensive now. I was
I
at
was gonna
Walmart.
say, yeah.
I was at Walmart the other
Yeah.
day, and I was like, "This is not cheap anymore."
No, nothing is cheap
So-
anymore.
Can you elaborate on your answer there?
Yeah.
Was there a specific type of cereal? Me and
Or generic.
generic, store brand, name brand.
So I
Did
mean,
it matter?
there's a lot of things I like. Look, I'm a chubby motherfucker, and I always have been. So I could answer this 10 different ways. I'm just saying, like, have to throw cereal out there. When I was a kid, my mom always made cream of wheat and then put like cinnamon in it and stuff, and that was also really good. But I've always liked breakfast because I don't know. I just grew up eating a lot of breakfast
Oh,
foods.
breakfast is the best.
Yeah, I mean, Mochi Squeeze. When you talk to her, she don't care about breakfast. Breakfast is
Oh,
whatever they
no.
ate last night, just heated up in the morning. You know what I mean?
So she
Oh, you
doesn't.
can do so many things with breakfast, man.
She's
No,
not
I
eating,
agree.
like, quote unquote traditional breakfast foods or anything.
No, for sure. And like her breakfast is like Filipino breakfast, which is also really good.
That's
Don't
good stuff.
don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
Filipino breakfast. Is
But
good.
I'm just saying, like, when I think of breakfast, I'm thinking like pancakes, waffles, with bacon, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, there's something about cereal I always loved. Even to this day, when I buy a box of cereal, I'm like, woo, I get really excited.
Do you
So
have-
that's kind of
currently
like
have
a
cereal
good
in the house?
answer. I
Right.
do. It's really old, so it's not like legit.
Okay, so
right
this
now.
is what I'll say to you. I go through boxes of cereal like they're candy.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I
So
get that.
I still buy cereal now, and I will continue to buy
So-
cereal. I'm currently on a Raisin Bran kick.
Oh, okay, all
Raisin
right.
Bran is fucking delicious. I don't care
Nice.
what anyone says.
No, dude, don't sleep on raisins and stuff. Like, I feel like, dude, I have spotted dick downstairs,
Okay.
which it has like currants and stuff in it. And
For
like,
raisins.
I've really come around to raisins and types of dehydrated fruits or whatever. Like, I get that. Like when I was a kid, I thought that shit was gross. Obviously.
Raisin Bran's delicious, but I mean,
Well, what are the best cereals out there? Especially to my young brain, Trix, loved it. Fruity Pebbles, probably top tier.
yeah,
I
would agree with that.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
It's still pretty good.
right
Yeah,
next
it's still
door
pretty good,
to the same
Honey
thing.
Bunches of Oats, if you want to be.
Did you like
somewhat healthy.
like
Those are really good
Apple
too.
Jacks? Did you like Apple Jacks?
Apple
though?
Jacks were
Oh,
really
dude,
good.
I just
Yeah.
Fruit
recently-
Loops are great.
I
Frost.
recently bought the Winco brand Apple Jacks. They're pretty fucking good, dude.
Dude, yes. Do
Mhm.
you guys remember Honey Smacks?
Yeah, those are good.
Those were
I mean,
good. Like I could name 100 cereals and they're great. And that's kind of my point. Is that like when I really think about like you're saying you buy cereal
I still
now
buy
to this day, and I do I do get into cereal kicks where I'm like, all right, I'm buying cereal and I eat a bunch of cereal. But like not so much. But when I was a kid, I always had cereal on hand. Even Frosted Mini Wheats,
If
which is
they're-
like the
those are good. I
kind of
still
like
like
Those are
rough.
fucking delicious,
Like
dude. I
oh
still
like
eat that
you have
shit.
to eat the frosted part, but like still, bro, so
No,
good.
you eat
Like,
all of it.
no
dude.
matter
You eat
what,
all of them.
cereal is like a treat that I loved as a kid, and so that's why I have to shout out cereal.
I will still have cereal for dinner. Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
So.
fuck yeah. Okay, so if you're going to the grocery store right now, you're grabbing a box of cereal. You can only grab one box of cereal.
Mm.
What are you gonna grab?
Depends-
One answer.
It depends on my mood, but
I know, but I'm just saying right now. in your mood, what would you grab?
right now, I'm in the mood for probably Fruity Pebbles. To be honest with you,
Oh,
How about you? Fruity
It's either
Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles or Apple Jacks. One of the
Dude,
two.
I'd probably grab Frosted Flakes because it's just been a while, and I feel like Frosted Flakes are just like a good classic.
yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Those can
So-
get a little sweet for me
I
sometimes.
was gonna,
They
and also
can,
you
but
have
I'd
to
just
eat
dig
them
up.
like within
It's been a
2
while.
minutes, or they're soggy. And,
Yeah, but
like,
that's me, bro. I just go
yeah.
eat that motherfucker. Also,
Good
dude,
end.
when I was a kid, my mom would always have Rice Krispies treats on hand.
Oh, yeah.
Or Rice Krispies, the cereal on hand. Wouldn't make the
Mhm.
treats, but I would make a heaping bowl of it and then take like spoonfuls of sugar and just douse it all over.
Have
It
you
was
ever
so
had
good.
the They're not Rice Krispie treats, but they make them with like Fruity Pebbles. It's the
Oh,
same
I've
type
had
of
that.
shit.
No,
It's good shit,
I'm the
dude.
one who made that for you.
No.
No, really? Story time. Quick story time. The first time I tried that was one night when I ate like psychedelic mushrooms, and this
Okay.
one lady was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta try this shit. I brought these," and we were tripping, and then when we were coming down from our trip, we ate them, and they were like the best
Yeah,
things I ever had.
Fruity Pebbles,
Wild,
crispy treats or whatever are fucking delicious.
so good. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna chime in with mine. I think I was trying to think of what I ate as a child, and
Mhm.
first thing that came to mind was pizza.
Ah, fuck yeah.
Like I mean, what kid doesn't like pizza, right? Like
Pizza,
especially when I was
yeah.
growing up, you were going to Peter Piper Pizza. You were gonna eat fucking
Dude,
pizza.
Peter Piper
You're
Pizza.
gonna eat fucking pizza and play video
Dude,
games.
Do you
It was
remember
fucking
Pistol Pete's?
awesome. Yeah, Pistol
Fuck
Pete's.
yeah!
pizza,
High
dude.
five, Pistol Pete's.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
You had
We
Pistol
had
Pete's,
Pistol
Peter
Pete's, yeah.
Piper, like all those fucking things. Fucking delicious. That
Good times,
era
man.
no longer exists at this point. But okay, let's get a little bit deeper, but not the deepest.
Let's
Just
see
deep,
how
just
the
deep,
rabbit
yeah.
hole goes.
All right, and I'll shuffle
Oh,
the deeper.
that's kind of
Just if you don't
Just
like
read
it,
it.
just flip to the next one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
I'm
a
not
game.
digging
Don't
that one,
even,
dude. It's
yeah,
kinda
just keep going until you get one that you feels good.
no, that one's not good either. I
Yeah.
feel like I already know the answer to that one.
Just keep going until you get in. You get a good one.
Oh, okay. Have you ever gone, or would you go to a psychic or medium?
Oh,
If you've been,
great
what did
question.
they say? Has it come true?
great
I mean,
question.
I'd say yes, I would. I've
Okay.
never been.
Okay.
What circumstances would bring you there? You think?
Just curiosity, honestly.
Okay,
Like convenience and curiosity.
Just for
It
fun?
was, yeah,
cool.
just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. You know,
Like-
I wouldn't want to go there for a purpose other than just to see what it would be like.
Have you ever been, I guess, is the next question.
No.
Yeah, no, I would like to though.
Okay, so you're saying you would go to.
Just to check it out,
So-
I probably wouldn't believe anything that they said to me, but
I
yeah.
have been once.
Okay.
I was on a
Cool.
work trip up in Baltimore, and we
Oh,
were
yeah.
walking by.
I remember that.
And then everyone was, we were kind of shit faced, I think. And we're like, let's go into this fucking psychic shop.
Fuck yeah.
Right? And everyone got readings. I had never done it before. And she's sitting there and she was doing a palm reading. And she's telling me all this stuff, right? And then
Mhm.
she goes, you have someone with a D in your life. And I did. And I mean, how crazy. But I did have someone with a D that I was currently having kind of issues with.
Hmm.
And then she was telling me about them and stuff, and I was like, it's interesting to think that someone can just give you a bunch of like coincidental information and like it makes sense. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're talking to me, right? Like,
By design.
totally get it.
Mhm.
But that's how they make it work, right? That's how the grift works. So
Yeah.
did I kind of believe her? I was like, in a way, you kind of want to believe the person, but ultimately, no, I thought it was bullshit. But
Yeah.
was it a good $20 spent? Yeah. It was a
That's
fun
not that
$20
much money.
spent. No, it wasn't.
It's. I mean, I would spend $20 to like be entertained.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Entertainment,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's kind of how I tried to look at it. It was more as like it's entertainment. It's like that guy over there puts $20 in a slot machine. I just gave this psychic $20.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
It's the same type of thing. I'm not gonna go
And
there
she
and
was
go,
good enough to be compelling for you to even think about it.
exactly.
Right.
Right.
Tell me a good story. Weave me a good future. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Money well spent, man.
Yeah. No, and I think we're all on the same level here.
Yeah.
But you actually went through with it.
I've been, and it's only
Yeah.
been the one time.
That's cool. One day I'll do it, I'm sure. Yeah.
It'll just be one of those things you're probably gonna be walking by and
Be like, fuck
you want to
it.
go in? Like, okay.
I have to be the right amount of drunk.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm not too drunk. You can't remember what they're gonna say. But
Exactly.
Not enough to like not give a shit.
I have the last card of this thing we're doing here. The deeper card. It is not that deep, really.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this spurns conversation, and I just find this question interesting. What is the number one thing you look forward to the most during your day?
Number one thing.
Interesting question, right?
All day, every day.
I have an easy answer to this.
Eating. I'm going to be honest
Same,
with you.
food.
Eating.
Yeah, food's the top of the list.
I wake up
You
and
know
I wonder what I'm going to eat for
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking about my meals all day.
Like in the morning, I'm like, fuck. I'm hungry. What am I eating?
Did I pack anything for lunch? Fuck my life. Now I got to go to Jimmy John's.
No, that
There's
wasn't
another
that hard of
option.
a question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Let's try a different one. We could try a different one.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about eating.
Let's see.
I look forward to
Yeah,
some
food is
meals.
like that's an easy win.
Okay, here's a good one. What is a valuable lesson you've learned from the previous generation?
Previous generation.
It's kind of like a political question. You really think about it.
Well, no, you could look at it as what did you learn from your parents?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not necessarily political.
Well, I mean,
This
it's
is what
a
I'll say.
generation.
What
so
I learned
think
from-
bigger picture.
I'll say like generation.
but it no. I mean, answer it how you want.
yeah,
it's
because
not.
I
up
was
to
gonna
me.
say like I
However
don't
you
think
wanna
I've
answer it.
learned anything from the generation before me,
Mhm.
like as a whole.
Yeah.
I've learned more from individuals, mainly like looking at the individual and going, I don't want to live that way.
Right.
So
Yeah. I have to agree.
Right?
I mean, I've learned what not to do.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
I've learned to be tolerant and patient,
Hmm.
and forgiving. You know.
Yeah, that's wise, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned honestly like that empathy matters, dude. Honestly, like that is kind of a deep thing to think about because I feel like growing up, a lot of my life I didn't have empathy for people because the people around me didn't seem to have that much empathy because and I don't know if it's like I don't think it's I don't think if it's from a place of privilege. I just think of it's a place of like, well, fuck everyone. You know,
Yeah.
I got mine. I care about my clan, my people. You know, what the fuck should I care about anyone else? And the older I get, and the more like I understand the way the world works and stuff, the more I feel like empathy is virtue, and empathy is like progress. You know what I mean? It all comes back to empathy.
I would argue that it is kind of from a place of privilege where you
No,
can't you
yeah.
can think that,
No, that is true.
right?
That I
Like-
mean, I
like you're
and
at you're at
yeah.
a point to where you don't who cares about anyone else at that point. And
Yeah, I
but-
mean, when you don't need anything, then you don't care about people who need anything, right?
exactly.
So that is privileged. That is a
And do you-
privileged state of being for sure.
Absolutely.
That yeah.
Would you say? I'm gonna posit the question to both
don't
of
know.
you. Would you say that people who are rich start to lack empathy because they don't have need, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I would agree with that.
totally agree.
I
With
don't
that.
think it's everyone because I know there are people out
No,
there
of
who
course, right.
have
Yeah.
are of means and they're not terrible fucking human beings and they care
But you
about
gotta
people.
think that
Yeah.
that definitely sways. I don't know, like your life experience would sway how you would treat other people.
Yeah, money, station, and privilege really
I-
does shape your empathy.
I would
sure.
also probably think
Yeah.
that it depends on the situation of how you came about your privilege, right? Like
Right.
if you had to struggle to get to that point, you still might be somewhat empathetic towards others. Whereas if you were just you grew up in that environment and you continue to have that environment the rest of your life,
Yeah, you have no empathy.
you have no fucking empathy towards
There's
anybody
no frame
because
of reference.
exactly, like you don't have that lived experience of I had to work for it.
But there are also people out there that were like, "Well, I started in the same
Yeah.
place. How did I
Fuck
get
everyone
here?
else.
You motherfuckers just
couldn't,
didn't
and
work
you
hard
can't."
enough." But
Yeah, you didn't work hard enough, and that's bullshit
also
too.
bullshit
Yeah.
because it's like,
But-
well, you could the conditions of your life brought you there. You know, some people didn't have opportunities.
This is
it
why
could be luck, right?
at the end of the day, this is
Yeah.
why I argue that luck
Oh yeah,
is the most deciding factor in anyone's life.
Yeah.
You're either lucky to be born into that family, or you were lucky enough to meet a certain person that
at the right time.
at the right
Yeah.
time to get you to a certain place. Even if it was
Absolutely.
like a random person who just kind of like inspired you to go off and go to school or get a certain job or try
Yeah.
something new,
Mhm.
right? Like it's all about luck. And
Yeah.
the way I feel about it, and like people can argue that it's all about how much work you put in and this and that. And I was like, I don't necessarily think that's true. I
No.
honestly do feel like
Dude, look, I mean, there's so
shit
many
happens to all of us and it's just random.
there's so many people out there that work their ass off every day for like pennies. Hard work
Yep.
isn't everything, dude.
And not only that, but like they never get, I don't know, they don't get the recognition and they don't get promotions. They just work
Yep.
the same shit their whole fucking life, right?
Yeah, every corporation is built on the backs of that type of labor, dude. It's the guy
Yep.
at the top who's like, "Oh, we lost money. Well, I'm still gonna keep my job, and I'm gonna fire 8,000 people."
They didn't work
No
as
big
hard as I
deal.
did.
You know what I mean? No, I didn't even. That's not even part of the conversation.
Oh, I know. I'm just
They're
saying,
just like, well, we don't have enough money, so we have to let people
they're
go.
just numbers. People
Yeah.
are numbers at that point.
They don't matter. Yeah. So, deeper card. It did. It
Yeah.
did get deeper.
That was a deeper.
There you go. Cool. Well,
But
this
they
was
went
fun.
exactly where
I
they were.
actually I enjoyed this game quite a bit.
This is a
I
great
think it's
game.
a fun game.
Yeah. I was glad that I'm glad that I encouraged Joy to get this one. She ended up buying both of them, but the other game is also really is more of a fun game.
How many of those cards are there?
There's
There's a lot. Yeah.
So
Okay.
There's a lot less icebreaker.
the
questions.
icebreakers are really small.
So yeah, here
Mhm.
compare the deck.
These are the deeper cards.
Yeah, see, and then here's the deep cards,
The deep
which
cards
is like
are
in between.
like there's
You know what
more
I mean?
deeper cards than there are
Yeah.
the other ones, but
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
I
it's
see.
Good shit. That was fun.
a fun game.
My thing would be like, it could get stale if you have the same questions.
No, yeah,
left,
for
right?
sure. Eventually,
And then I think
it'll
this
run
is
out
one of
its
those
course,
games you
but-
probably play with people, obviously, who you don't know.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
well, right? Like
That is
You,
true.
you mix up the people,
getting
and then
to
the
know them
questions
better.
hit differently.
like,
yeah.
hey, let's play this game and let's see what happens.
Well, yeah, that our thing is that every time that on Odd Valley Tavern we have a new guest, that we'll always throw one of each card at them, to introduce them and kind of get to know them a little.
I think
you
that's
know?
a great idea.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
what we
think
were
it's
saying.
It's
Like
super
one
great.
icebreaker, one deep, and one deeper for every time we have a different guest.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's what we'll do. And Steven, thank you so much for playing with us. We had a good time.
Yeah, man.
I know it's late on your neck of the woods, so we're gonna cut you loose. We want to thank everyone who's watched the stream. Miguel and I are still gonna hang
I'll
out.
play for some
We're gonna play some Played Up after this. But Steven, you can go. You know what I'm saying? We'll go into a.
You are released, sir.
We'll go into another holding pattern while I eat a little bit of pizza, and then we'll be back with some Played Up, man, and then we'll put that up on the VOD channel. But hey, we're excited for our new channels. We got a lot of new content. We generated some tonight. We're gonna put them up on the channels. Expect more content from us. don't forget to follow us on all our socials and all that shit.
Gaming Dimension, Neon Pocket Dimension, and Odd Valley Tavern. Look us up.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Good night, sir, and good night to everyone who's going to
Still
go
here.
to sleep.
Good night, guys.
We'll be back
Good
in
night, guys.
about 15 minutes.
Yeah.